Dive into the opening address, and I would want to welcome with us today the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. He is a man who has risen through the cadres of our political field. His Excellency Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila happens to be the Speaker of Nigeria's House of Representatives. He also got elected into the House in 2003. He got elected as a leader of the 8th House of Representatives on July 28, 2015. He got re-elected as ACN leader and leader of the opposition in 2011. He got re-elected in 2007 and elected as Action Congress leader and minority whip of the House. He also happened to be the House of Representatives member, AD Surulere 1 Federal Constituency in 2003. And he also is the founder of Femi Gbaja & Co. in 2001. Ladies and gentlemen, please do join me as we welcome online His Excellency Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila.
Good morning all, and thank you for the invitation to participate in this second edition of the African Economic Congress. COVID-19 hit the world with the force of a tsunami and the sustained intensity of a tidal wave. We have not nearly recovered. Today, the United Kingdom, France, and Europe are entering into a second and more severe phase of their lockdown. The United States is recording an infection rate of over 100,000 new infections per day. And we're still far from a vaccine that will at long last put paid to the extended global nightmare. We have been fortunate in Nigeria not to experience the COVID-19 pandemic in the same way as others in Europe, in North and South America. However, the shutdown of commercial activities initiated to curb community transmission of COVID-19, coupled with a collapse in global demand for fossil fuels, have devastated our economy. We can all see the effect on millions of lost jobs, lost incomes, lost revenue, and severely diminished productivity. If we are honest with ourselves, we can also see that this present economic distress has set the stage for socio-economic upheavals that portend severe consequences for our beloved country. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing defines a nation more than how its leaders and its people rise to this seismic crisis that manifests often without warning and must be confronted and overcome one way or the other. We are now in the midst of such a defining crisis, and we have no choice but to rise to the demands of the moment so that when the judgment of history is passed, we will not be found wanting. Regardless of the dire reality of now, we know for sure that there will be a world post-COVID-19. We don't know what that world will look like. Still, we have a responsibility to make sure that we anticipate it, prepare for it, and be ready to take advantage of the opportunities that will inevitably arise from this moment. However, our first obligation at this moment is survival. The imperatives of survival require of us that we reject the instinct to cling too closely to old practices and ancient beliefs about the way things are or the way things ought to be. We have an opportunity amidst this crisis to redefine our world, to pursue our new approaches to governance, and to confront the hard questions we have too often in the past chosen to ignore. This is the key to our survival. The conversations that we'll hold at this second edition of the African Economic Congress are essential to the future of Nigeria. This is because the Congress provides an opportunity for leaders in the public and private sectors, for citizens and friends of Nigeria to engage in frank conversations of the challenges we face and the options we have for meeting and overcoming those challenges. I encourage all of you who will participate in this year's Congress to take full advantage of the opportunity to put your contributions on the record, so that from the accumulation of voices and ideas, we may chart a path to redemption, triumph, and prosperity for all our nation's people. I am honored to welcome you all to this edition of the African Economic Congress. I thank all of you who have taken time to participate. I wish you a successful Congress to the glory of God and the improvement of all humanity. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.